Welcome to the Pint Perspective.
I think what we're going to do next, guys, and Andrew's going to need a little time to get this all prepared, but we are going to do a beer cocktail.
Yeah.
And
oh boy,
do you want to explain how you came about this?
Well, this idea came from you, from video sources that you were watching, and it involves a shot of whiskey and a Little King. And
interesting.
Getting the whole background of this, of the Little Kings, the small size designed for a chaser of a shot of whiskey. So that put us down a road of let's give that a try. So we got a case of the Little Kings, and we got 4 Crown Royal Shooters as our whiskey choice. So we're gonna give that a go and see what happens.
I can't wait.
Maybe they're onto something. It could be a good.
Listen, the video that I watched, it made a lot of sense that they put those bottles as 7 ounces because it's a pretty good chase after a shot.
Yeah.
Because you can put 7 ounces down pretty quick.
Yeah. Which makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Absolutely. And I think, again, being that cream ale of the Little King would be a good option for a chaser like that. So, yeah. All right, we got the... I don't even know if we should call it a beer cocktail. Do you think?
Yeah, why not?
The Little Kings with a shot of whiskey. Rounded up. Before, Tammy, you were our background superstar. Now you're here with a mic. Do you want to say something? I mean, I think you need credibility for what you've done for this show. So.
Well, that's very generous of you. I just feel like I'm being the pinch hitter here since Abigail bailed.
She had a rough evening last night, but it's always good to have the behind-the-scenes person that put the whole tournament together for us to have a voice on what's going on.
You know, behind the scenes was very fun, especially in round 1 when there were 8 beers.
Yeah.
And you all were trying to guess
what
beer it was. And I secretly was hee-heeing in the background, listening to you guys talk about how sure you were what beer it was and which one was best. So I did enjoy it very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you again.
Well, you're welcome.
We really do appreciate that. That would have been a very difficult, bracket and episode if you weren't a part of it. So again, thank you. So do you guys want to go right into the shot here? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I'm really excited to see what this tastes like.
Well,
I mean, I think we've all had Crown. I think we've all had a Little Kings. But have you ever had a Little Kings and a Crown?
No, sir.
Which is interesting because kings wear crowns, right?
Oh, I never thought of that.
Wow.
That's
I got to be honest with you. I did not even put 2 and 2 together when I did that. I did not do that on purpose.
That was fate.
Wow.
That was fate.
Yeah,
Crown
but do Little Kings wear crowns?
This one does on the cap.
He sure does.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy.
That is something.
And look, there's a crown on there.
It's almost the same crown.
Jeez.
There's
That is
something in
meant to be.
the galaxy going on right now, guys.
There for sure is.
Okay. So here's what you're going to do, I believe. You're going to take your shooter, put her right down your gullet, and then grab your Little King and chase it. Okay?
You guys want to cheers up?
Cheers.
Shot of Crown. Here we go.
Interesting. Still,
Andrew is committed.
He's a rock star, dude.
No, there was a lot of burn right there at front.
I'm still tasting a lot of the Crown Royal, really.
Wow. I feel like at the bar when I order a shot of Crown, it's not as it hits you kind of like that at first, maybe. Wow.
So here's the question: would you do that again?
Not just for fun.
Like you're meaning all business when you sign up for that again. Like you're like, yeah, I'm all in.
If I'm
Let's
about 6-8 beers deep and everyone's like, "You want a shot?" I'm like, like then maybe, but like not just for. I don't want to start my morning with that.
Crown plus Little Kings. I had half of a shot probably compared to what you guys had. That cream ale after that shot to me was beautiful.
Oh, you gave
Interesting.
it a
I
positive
loved it.
review.
Yes,
Okay, so the Little Kings with a shot of Crown, you're saying a thumbs up.
I would say thumbs up.
All right.
Uncle Morty?
I like the Crown shot.
Not a Little Kings fan?
I'm fond of Canada, and this makes me fond of Crown Royal. Whatever.
Well,
any flavor, any kind.
Sure.
Just take a swig of
And
that Little King's cream ale.
well, I've had a few sweets.
Yeah.
um,
It's not favorable. I mean, that is
It's
good.
it's okay. I'd rather Coors Light, but
well, anymore it's Miller Lite.
Oh my god.
So, I reached in the fridge here for a refill, and I pulled out the old Bush Apple. We're on reserves for right now. Aunt Tammy got a swig, and we wanted to see kind of where your thoughts were on that going forward with the apple. I mean, do you think that's more we talked about was a green apple flavor more over the red traditional apple flavor? I mean,
Yes, I would say it's more of a green apple summer flavor than a fall flavor.
Okay. And interesting. When he said it was more of a cidery taste, I didn't get that. To me, it's a very punchy apple,
Yes.
right up front flavor.
they
Yes.
got the mix real good.
Yeah,
With that-
absolutely.
they got that apple just perfect. Monty, did you want a taste of the apple?
I'll give it a try.
Give it a go.
And all of those beers that Bush put out, whether it's peach
That is
or
pretty good.
Pretty good.
lime or
Oh,
apple,
lime.
and if you want to try one, I think we might have one. All of those flavors are very fruit forward.
Yes.
flavors.
Yes,
Yeah.
you absolutely nailed it. Be right. Do you want to get a palate
Absolutely.
refresher?
Man, I haven't had one of these in a hot minute.
Bush Apple, which is making a return here coming up.
It
Again-
smells like a Jolly Rancher.
It
to me.
does. Has a very
You're
strong
right up- you're
green
right.
apple.
Again, if I'm sitting around a campfire, I'm going to go back with the Miller Lite. Now that Miller Lite is number one,
Well,
just
and
to sit around and drink beer.
yeah,
You know?
for sure, right?
Yeah.
But
a
think
Bush
about
Apple would be
the
good.
time of the
Mix
year.
it.
For me, if we're sitting around a fire in the fall of the year, I'm reaching for that. That
I get
tastes
it.
good.
I
Tastes
get it.
real good.
But I absolutely get it because you're sitting around a fire, you know, and you that apple taste really fits. For me, I like the apple enough to where I'm in the mood for it, and it's because we don't get it very often.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the mood for it, like
Oh.
just a little sprinkle of it throughout the year. I don't want it. I want to be able to get that regularly so I can have it throughout the year. But if it's going to be they only release it for certain months, I could see why that fall would be kind of a fitting for that. And like with the peach, that rolled out in the springtime, I believe,
It was late spring because it was Memorial
Yeah.
Day when we were tearing into it.
which seemed more fitting
Oh
to
my
have
gosh.
it during that time.
Yeah.
It was very,
Yeah.
and I every one of those beers, that fruit is what you taste right up front.
They
You don't
nailed it.
even taste the beer in the product.
I think they nailed it. They got the perfect balance there. I'm super excited for Keystone Lights apple.
Oh,
I really am. Keystone Lights rolling out with a Keystone Light apple, and I'm so excited
That's
for it.
gonna take me back a few years. I gotta.
The
tell
old bitter beer face. Remember that commercial? That was Keystone's big ad campaign. The bitter beer face.
Yeah, this is
Absolutely
all the
could
big
be.
question for me on the Bush Apple. If they release it in the spring, and we're all saying fall, you know,
And see what they've done though is they've made it so scarce to where you're at the point where you're like, I'll take it whenever you release
whenever
it.
you release
Like, you know, that's how it is. But I would agree if this is something like the blueberry Samuel Adams, we know that's coming in the summer.
yeah, you gear up.
You know, if you're preparing for a bush apple, you maybe that fall time would be when you'd want it. But we're all at that stage where like we'll take it whenever you give it to us, man. Like just give it to us. Like,
do they do the apple and peach at the same release?
no, we haven't had peach in 2 years.
Oh my!
So they may never release that again. I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
But I will say we went 2 years without an apple. So they did the apple. The following year they did the peach, and then we didn't have apple for another it was 2 years after that. So they gave us a big hiatus of that. But I think with the peach, when they released it was like a good time to do it, but we haven't seen it yet. But I will say this: the peach was overproduced. Would you say for what the consumers were consuming? There's still peaches floating around in people's fridge.
Probably, but if you think about it, on a grand scheme of things, apple is a very fall beer. So these people, I'm one of them, buy all this beer and they hold on to it. You don't drink them and have a good time, but you're thinking about fall, and that so you're kind of stockpiling. Whereas peach, I don't know that you necessarily think
You're right.
about that.
You're absolutely right. I remember when peach hit the shelves at the LCs, I was never like, I gotta stock up on this, because you didn't think of that, because you didn't know that it was going to be something like that. But we had plenty. We never went without it if we wanted it.
But it was a very, the peach came out, and oh my God, did we love it?
Oh man,
that was my first experience with the Busch Light flavor was peach.
Oh my gosh,
we hit her hard.
Oh my gosh. Okay, taking you back a little bit. That's when Monty Joe was driving his parents' van, and Andrew had to ride in the van in a folding chair.
Right on. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
We were loaded up on peach, Busch Light peach. I don't know where we were going, why we were going there. We were going out to the lake for something. But it was in that van, and Andrew had a folding chair and a bunch of Busch peach.
What a good time.
Me, Andrew?
Yes.
Oh.
The one and only.
I did, no. Okay, because when you were telling that story, I was like, oh, there must be another Andrew. Because at first I didn't think about that.
It's an out-of-body
I was like, oh, you guys have like a... And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, I do remember that.
It is Easter Sunday, so he's thinking about Andrew, like the follower of Christ.
No, you were telling that story, and I was like, okay, so this is... I was
There's
like, going along with it. There's a
there.
trip that you guys were going on, and then all of a sudden I remember that. It was on were we on Old 30? I remember we were traveling somewhere. I do remember that, the folding chair.
Why were we going to the lake? We were going to the lake for something.
Wow. I completely forgot about that. My memory was just gone. Like, I'm glad that you reintroduced that to my head. Wow. I completely remember that.
Remember the bed in the back?
Yeah, now that's all we're
like... unfold that chair, bro. Pull up a seat.
Folding chair, man. I remember that. We did have a lot of peach there. Wow.
And maybe we went out there to get the Busch peach.
Maybe.
Gosh, I completely forgot about that happened. That's crazy. So I got some new beers that we haven't tried yet that I'd really like to. They're sitting in my car, probably getting a little warmed up by now.
Mystery beer.
Mystery beer.
Oh gosh, guys!
Time.
It's gonna be exciting.
You might have had this. I don't know. I have never had it. I used to deliver it. And I've been wanting to try it with you, and I would like to kind of get going with that, like just to see what we think. I'm so curious on what it tastes like. Sure. All right, we got. I brought in a new beer that I know I haven't had. Be right, maybe you have, maybe you guys have. I don't know. I just know we haven't had them communally together, if that's how you say it. And I'm excited for it. I've always wanted to try it. So I think whenever y'all are ready. Just whip the towel out, and we'll see what happens. And it goes from there. They'll taste test, smell test. We get it all going.
Yeah, just whip it out.
Who would like to do the honors? Tammy.
Yes, for sure. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Here we go.
Is this Tecate?
Light.
Interesting.
Tecate Light.
Man.
This is a cerveza.
Grand cerveza. I don't feel like light is a Spanish word.
No.
Am I wrong in saying
They do have a red version of this that looks the same. It's just red, which is the non-light.
That's the Tecate, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh boy. I don't know that I probably had Tecate, but I don't remember it.
Let's give it a go.
Oh, that is good.
That has wonderful flavor.
This is a very, very malty flavor.
Yes.
Sure.
There's not an upfront offensiveness. Nothing on the back end. It's smooth the entire drink.
So, Andrew, where did you find this Tecate Light?
This was rounded up.
By the way, what does Tecate mean?
Good time. I don't know.
Oh, buddy.
I'm in the middle of looking that up. But
B-Rise, our Google specialist.
I can't wait to hear what Monty has to say, because everything is, well, it's not Coors Light. But this is a very good tasting beer.
You sure you and Abby aren't related?
It's okay, but I still say that the Miller Lite is the number one. For
Oh, snap.
We're sticking
like where
with
you're
the
headed.
Miller Lite.
Okay, so just so you know, Tecate is a Pueblo Mágico. And that means
Magic
People.
House.
magical town.
Magical town. A pueblo is a town.
Yeah, and that's in the Baja California, Mexico.
Oh.
And that is
We've
the
been
birthplace of Tecate beer, established in
What about
1944.
this here? Edición Retro.
That's the old school edition. And I know that because whether you believe it or not, I took a year of Spanish when I was in high school, as a senior in high school. And I was there 3 out of the 5 days that we had class. And I do remember that class. Very tasty.
It is a tasty beer.
And
Andrew.
I haven't had enough of the beer out of it to start reading the label, but I'm curious, as a Tecate Light, what does that mean? Like, comparative to
Right.
Corona Light or a Modelo Light. Is it Modelo Oro? Is that what they call Modelo Light?
Oro
Maybe.
means gold.
I think that's their lighter
That's
version.
their lighter version.
I think so. I could be wrong. What's the Dos Equis light version?
Dos Equis. Because I think they have I think they have a Dos Equis Amber, and then a Dos Equis.
Okay.
If I was sitting around a campfire, I'd stick with that Coors Light, but Miller Lite. Now that that's the number one, I'd stick with the Miller Lite sitting around a campfire.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think I'm catching a buzz. Why is that? But that's the whole point
You
of
know,
the pint
over
perspective.
last week, I jumped in the podcast with the bracket,
Yeah.
and this week I'm partaking a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about this in my mind, and y'all are talking about, wow, that's a beer I could drink a lot of. That's my go-to.
Coors
I'm gonna
Light.
be sitting around a fire.
Miller Lite.
And in my mind, there is no beer that I would sit around and drink a lot of. I'm a taster.
this is
I'm
the
a
pint
taster.
perspective.
On the pint
Definite
perspective.
perspective.
No, I want to try Tecate. Now I'll have an apple.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
have a Miller Lite.
It's
I
fun.
want-
It's fun to
I'm
experiment.
a taster.
I absolutely.
I'm not
yeah.
stick to it and like die with it. Like this is my go-to. I'm
Okay.
like, let's try it.
What I'm
Let's try it.
Yeah.
What I'm super excited about when my mystery beer goes live, I'm going your perspective again.
If I have that enthusiasm for let's try it.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? I'm talking to Uncle Morty and Aunt Tammy here. I know you know. The song "I Will Always Love You"
Yes.
Oh
by
my
Dolly
The
Parton.
original,
By
yes.
Dolly Parton,
Yes.
and then the Whitney Houston version.
Yes.
Okay, where would you guys put? What would you say was the better mix version of that song?
This was actually a topic of conversation when that Dolly Parton song played. I know where Monty's going. When I heard it,
I'm a Dolly Parton fan, so I'm going with the Dolly Parton one. But
I have my own opinion. So you might be
And
the
Tammy?
tiebreaker.
Okay, so the Dolly Parton version, it's sweet. It's from a movie, right?
Is
That's
it?
Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
And a nice song. The
And it's from her heart.
iconic version is Whitney Houston. And Dolly Parton will tell you, thank you, Whitney. I mean, how much money did Dolly Parton make off of Whitney Houston hitting
yeah.
that note? To me, that song is, wow. It just fills your soul when Whitney Houston does it. Not a Whitney Houston fan. I'm not saying that because of Whitney Houston.
Interesting, because I feel the
It
same
is-
way.
Yeah. Okay. So Whitney Houston's version of that song is my favorite.
Wow. Andrew.
Okay. Again, I'm a sucker for Dolly Parton. I like the Dolly Parton version. It's a very like
It's stripped down. It's the
just
original
very-
version.
boom. But again, I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate Whitney Houston's take on that song because it is very beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's big.
It is
It's
big.
very
Dolly's
very big
is sweet and little.
and little. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm taking Dolly all
But
day.
I will
Oh
have to
my God.
just because when you hear it, it's just that Dolly is just very, and a lot of people. There's a lot of people that do not know that was a Dolly Parton original because that's how big Whitney Houston made that song.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Like, I was in high school when Whitney redid that. And it was way
it
overplayed.
was overplayed.
And I was sick of it. And to this day, I'm sick of it. But when I hear Dolly sing it, it's a whole nother layer to that song. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it was meant to be.
A
And
little
that is what
bitty-
I appreciate.
Little
right
bitty
there.
song, little sweet.
Oh my gosh.
She's singing it to Burt Reynolds in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Okay, so mystery beer number 2. So guys, it is Easter. So I want us to think about that's the topic of what we're doing. Okay, so if everybody, like, if you look at this beer, because we had the Final Four earlier. I mean, if you take that glass, you put your fingers behind it, you don't even see your fingers, right?
you do not.
So that means there's a whole lot of flavor going on right there.
Yes.
Right?
It almost has a red cast. to
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh, look who's joining us. So, Junior,
Grab that beer.
you're probably going to want to finish Andrew's beer here momentarily.
What does that mean?
So,
My Uncle Morty's already like,
he's not fooling around, dude.
IPA.
He's all in.
I don't know.
oh,
Okay.
no.
I really kind of like it.
Oh, interesting.
The smell is.
And if he saw the
The
can,
smell takes me
It has some good flavor.
somewhere.
it's a lot of flavor, right?
It
The
is.
smell
Yeah.
takes me to a dark,
A dark.
alone alleyway where I'm about to get whipped.
So,
And just
I
beat.
will
You know,
say,
if you're in a dark, alone alleyway, getting whipped is the best option that could happen to
I'm
you.
scared, man. I know
Especially-
this is gonna happen. I know.
especially if you're wearing a Superman sweatshirt. Anyway,
No,
With that sweatshirt, I would not mess with Andrew.
that's right.
yeah, but if you know Andrew, you know you can mess with it, and that's what makes it
Oh my
fun.
God. Okay.
I'd be like,
I'm
oh
excited.
yeah, well,
All right, everybody, grab your pint glass,
Okay.
and we are gonna cheers it. This is Kennedy's suggestion, so here we go.
it smells like hate and despair. Oh hell no!
It has a very bitter flavor to it.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It smells good.
What
Oh,
the hell were you thinking?
All right. It is Easter, so there's a topic there. I need you guys to think about that.
Oh my god!
Easter, our risen Savior.
I'm not saying God because I'm asking for help. That is a foul beast.
Okay, so here's
Damn,
what I will say: is this beer is brewed pretty locally,
God.
not in Indiana, but close.
It's a Three Floyds.
It's not a Three Floyds. There are fish on the can,
Is it two-hearted?
and Jesus turned fish to fish.
Not like that.
To feed 5,000.
That's
Yeah.
Is this a Bell's two-hearted?
It is.
Wow.
I guess Bell's is not going to sponsor the podcast.
Here's what's real unfortunate about this.
If the smell could sponsor the podcast, it smells lovely.
The smell, I could tell it was an IPA, but when I
Right.
smelled it, I'm like, maybe because he knows I don't like IPA, so maybe he was like, oh, you think it's an IPA, but you're really gonna like it. So I was like, all right, listen, I've had IPAs based on what I've just drank from this glass. There's IPAs now that I like now because of this. Like, there's IPAs where I'm like, this is good.
You know,
That is not
second
good.
thought, Not so bad.
I can't wait for next week because
Oh, you got one coming.
I do.
Wow.
No. I bet you, and I'm going to put you know what? Here's the deal. I'm going to bet Jeff, my stepfather, will not like this either. And he's an IPA fan.
Wow.
I bet you when he drinks this, he'll be like, if he's only comparing IPAs, he'd probably put this at like a 5.
Isn't that what I said it was? Yeah.
But like a Zombie Dust is like a 10 for him.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Bad stuff.
The lowest ranking mystery beer that we've had.
It's really not that bad.
Because you're 17 Miller Lights deep and some Little Kings and some Tecades and some Crown Royal, Bush Apple. That's probably going to be, you know,
And Andrew is too, but he did not cave and say he would give it a 5. He's like, no, 0 if I can give it a 0. But I have to rank it something, I'll give it a 1.
There was a point in my life where I said Blue Moon's pretty darn good.
Oh, wait a minute.
When I was about 20 Miller
hot
Lights deep.
minute. That's the worst night of my life.
I was about I don't know, 15, 20 Miller Lights deep, and I'm like,
I
these
didn't
Blue
even
Moons are
know
tasting
that
good.
was the worst night of my life, but
Yeah.
somebody else told me
Somebody
it was.
else told us it was the worst night of our life. I was pretty happy about the worst night of my life, I gotta tell you. Good times. And Blue Moon got me there.
And from that moment forward, I always have a bad impression of Blue Moon.
A bad impression.
Yeah.
Not good beer either.
It totally ruined it for me.
But we'll take your sponsorship if you're willing to give it to us. With that being said, I got a lot of palate cleansing to because I'm still burping up IPA and I don't like that. Well, let's cheers another goodbye for a week, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sorry you had to bear through the IPA with us, but you know what? BR will finish mine for
Dirty
me.
deeds done. Dirt cheap.
That's right. All right, everybody. Thank you again. It was a great
Cheers.
episode. Until next time, take care.